Solid and liquid waste are the major challenges being faced by big cities and by areas witnessing rapid urbanization, and these need to be tackled by sustainable technology. An integrated treatment of sewage along with organic solid waste can help evolve a sustainable technology to overcome solid and liquid waste disposal issues. Dr. A.G. Rao, Chief Scientist, and Dr. S. Sridhar, Senior Principal Scientist, CSIR, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, have jointly developed this high-rate biomethane technology based on anaerobic gas lift reactor technology for the treatment of organic solid waste and concomitant generation of biogas and biomanure along with nanofiltration setup. Professor A.G. Rao tells us about the key features of this technology that gives a higher biogas yield which can be utilized in kitchens, manure and reusable water for agriculture.
This anaerobic digestion, that is the biogas technology, is very popular in India. Very popular in India, and we have got gobar gas plants in villages, gobargan plants in villages, and those are suitable for very small quantities like cattle manure, and very less sizes like 50, 100 kg, 200 kg like that. But when we want to work with different waste like food waste, market waste, waste and different other waste, and that way a different capacity, and that way at different environment like urban environment where space is a constant and all these things actually. So we need a different technology, different digester design. That is how we made this high rate digester design, and this is very compact actually. And very interesting feature is that what are the features that are lacking in conventional digesters like mixing and all these things, those have been provided, and this mixing mechanism is provided without any mechanical mixer. It gets mixed with the entire digester contents gets mixed with it due to the differential pressure across the reactor. That is the efficiency of volatile solid reduction is highly improved, and various wastes we can handle. For example, wastes are having different characteristics like CBN rate is one of the important parameter. So based on the nature of the waste, CBN ratio varies, and any waste having CBN, general interpretation CBN ratio is 25 to 30 is the optimum. But we can handle any CBN ratio in this digester. That is also one of the interesting feature actually. And whatever we are getting outlet, that is the manure, that is how we can actually use it properly. And gas can be utilized perfectly in the kitchen, replacing LPG. The biogas which is being generated will have the same quality in terms of flammability and usage as a LPG also. So the digester has been made modern and with aesthetic looks and all very engineering good features. It is called high rate digester, anaerobic digester, anaerobic gas reactor. That is how this digester has been made.
In fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had lauded this technology for being helpful to treat the huge amount of waste generated from sabji mandis, which helps the government's initiative of wealth from waste.
हम सब ने देखा है कि सब्जी मंडियां में अनेक वजहों से काफी सब्जी खराब हो जाती है। ये सब्जी इधर-उधर फैलती हैं, गंदगी भी फैलाती हैं। लेकिन बोयिनपल्ली की सब्जी मंडी ने तय किया कि हर रोज बचने वाली इन सब्जियों को ऐसे ही फेंका नहीं जाएगा। सब्जी मंडी से जुड़े लोगों ने तय किया इससे बिजली बनाई जाएगी। बेकार हुई सब्जियों से बिजली बनाने के बारे में शायद ही आपने कभी सुना हो। यही तो इनोवेशन की ताकत है। आज बोयिनपल्ली की मंडी में पहले जो वेस्ट था, आज उसी से वेल्थ क्रिएट हो रही है। यही तो कचरे से कंचन बनाने की यात्रा है। वहां हर दिन करीब 10 टन वेस्ट निकलता है। इसे एक प्लांट में इकट्ठा कर लिया जाता है। प्लांट के अंदर इस वेस्ट से हर दिन 500 यूनिट बिजली बनती है और करीब 30 किलो बायोफ्यूल भी बनता है। इस बिजली से ही सब्जी मंडी में रोशनी होती है और जो बायोफ्यूल बनता है उससे मंडी की कैंटीन में खाना बनाया जाता है ना कमाल का प्रयास।
The technology is supported by Waste Management Technology program of the Department of Science and Technology have received nationally patents individually. Instead of sending the organic solid waste and liquid waste to common bigger facilities in the city, those can be treated at a source in a decentralized manner. Urban and local bodies and gated communities comprising around 50,000 to 1 lakh population can benefit from this technology. Professor A.G. Rao tells us how this technology decentralizes the process of sewage and organic solid waste treatment system in a sustainable way, reducing transportation cost, manpower, and most importantly preventing health risk for people who are manually involved in sewage treatment plant.
We have done a simple demonstration, one model project in our campus actually. Our canteen is generating approximately 250 kg of food waste, and they are also generating approximately 100 liter per hour of actually wastewater. Same canteen is generating. What we are doing actually is that actually we have developed this integrated plant, anaerobic digester, anaerobic gas lift reactor digester for the organic solid waste treatment, and membrane based bioreactor for the liquid waste treatment. We installed this. Continuously we are feeding to the digester actually, and the biogas we are giving back to the kitchen, and manure we are actually using in our own campus for plantations and other things. Reusable water from the membrane biological reactor is given back to the kitchen for actually reuse, and some parties we are using for the plantations and other things. So this is the one model what we have done. So this model can be extended to gated communities. For example, they are getting, let us say some gated communities 1 ton of food waste, and they are also getting approximately, let us say 1 MLD of sewage or wastewater from their apartments actually. Now generally what is happening actually is that all the solid waste is collected by these municipal corporations, and they are transporting it to faraway places actually, faraway place for integrated treatment. And they are also giving the sewage also, they are sending it to the central plant for this for the treatment of sewage also. Why to take to faraway places the solid waste and liquid waste? In the same place where the source of generation is there, we can put this plant. So that is how you can avoid this transportation, which involves a lot of burning of the conventional fossil fuels and all these things. A lot of manpower is also involved. Manpower is also getting affected because of health issues, because this waste waters and all these things, and the solid waste health issues, they'll get it workers. And for example, people who are cleaning the sumps, they are getting exposed to bad water, and some people are dying also. All these things are happening. So we should encourage this decentralized treatment at each community level actually. For example, there is one big hotel where they are generating approximately 5 tons of food waste, and they are also generating, let us say 500 to 1000 liters per day, 1000 to 1000 liters per day of wastewater they are generating. We can install this plant there, and itself we can recycle the water, use the biogas for cooking, and solid waste whatever they can give it back to the community for farmers. That is how we can generate. Even for example, if you take one population of 1 lakh, 1 or 2 lakhs population, urban municipalities are there, there will be generating approximately 10 tons of waste and 1 MLD of sewage. So we can put this integrated plant. Why to transport to different places? Why to spread that unnecessarily without proper treatment? Why you need landfills and all these things? So these type of models needs to be evolved over a period of time, so that decentralized waste management will solve the most of the problems of integrated centralized treatment systems.
One of the most useful features of this technology is that it is efficient in producing good quality water free of contaminants such as heavy metal ions, hardness, dissolved solids, turbidity and bacteria, etc. without loss of minerals. It can be used for treating groundwater and wastewater and generating potable and reusable water respectively.
Lots of potable matter, we have to make some more treatments are required. That is tertiary treatment is required. So tertiary treatment is required.
Talking about the future of this technology, Dr. A.G. Rao says that this integrated waste treatment method should be adopted pan-India as it can be used on a wider scale.
We have to demonstrate this technology. That is the first point actually, we have to do it actually. And we have to also understand the dynamics of using up the products produced from the plants. For example, biomanure. Start using for the farmers, how they are liking it or not, compared to the inorganic fertilizers, whether they are improving the yield and all these things. Even though we did a lot of studies actually with this plant actually, but it should be applications and diversification we have to do it. and understand the dynamics of these plants. And for example, biogas LPG cooking, it is possible. How to distribute it? For example, if I make a bigger plant, no, I can make the cylinders of this biogas and replace LPG for restaurants and all these things. And I can collect the waste and bring it to the plant. Such models actually. And sewage also collection, we have to make it much more actually easy actually. So how to do it, all those things. So first perspective is that the technology now it has been demonstrated on a scale, small scale and IACT. That is pan-India basis. Then we can subsequently add on this development section.
This integrated waste treatment technology is going to help India with its climate action initiative by creating a sustainable environment with the help of biogas replacing LPG, providing reusable water for households and manure for agriculture. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to know more about such innovative developments happening in India.